Hi everyone. Hey people. How's it going? Hello everyone. How are we doing? Hey. Yeah, so can we have some extra Fs in chat for Desmond, who sadly is on a school computer and therefore unable to watch a live stream. So, yes. Extra Fs for you, Desmond. I hope you get to watch over this video later on when you're able to, to catch up with YouTube later. Yeah, I've had a productive day, everyone. Yes, I've finally mounted my TV onto the wall. That's nice, and this is the last stream, certainly the last stream I'll do using this trusty old desk. But it's time to replace this desk that I've had for very nearly 10 years, and I'll show you why. It's a little bit rickety, to be honest. So yes. I'm going to make a new desk. I bought some plywood. I'm going to make a nice big L-shaped desk. I'll have my PC and my streaming setup here, where it is already, and I'll have my laptop over there underneath the TV, and it's going to be nice. Yeah, okay, right. So let's have I guess while we're just waiting for a few extra people to arrive, anyone just got any couple of little questions we can perhaps answer before we get going? We're gonna play Frontline, which is level 3-2 in our on-stream playthrough today. Okay, yeah, we'll do a proper like I did in the last stream last week. We'll do a proper FAQ at the end for about 10 minutes before I go. Well, the desk must have served you well while it did. Oh, sure, yes, this desk is being with me through thick and thin. Through several whole career changes, in fact, yeah. A lot of history in this old IKEA desk, but it's come to the end of its life, so it's time to put the old girl out to pasture, I think. Okay, what will the bullets ants be like if you do add them? We are going to add the bullet ants. They're going to be a little bonus for the end game. They're not going to get their own levels, but they are going to be kind of an extra bonus ant that you can unlock with real jelly at the end of the game, and then take them into free play, as a unit in your Erepta colonies. We're thinking they'll be high damage, high health units, maybe a bit slow to walk. I'm thinking kind of like the mammoth tanks in Red Alert. I'm sure some of you RTS fans get that, understand what I'm on about there. But yeah, big old units for free play, I think. Yeah, is the idea. There's going to be 5 tiers. Yes, people are right, 5 tiers. So we've got fire ants coming up. I can't say soon. I can't tell you when. The guys are working hard. I'll see if I can during the stream actually show you another video that Liam sent me of some of the bridge mechanics that he's been working on. Yes, and there's going to be the 5th tier, which will be an unnamed species focusing on. Once fire ants are out, we'll talk about that. Do Slug Disco know which ant is coming out after the fire ants? Yes, we do. We do. But we're not ready to announce it yet. Are you going to add exploding carpenter ants? At one point we were, way back in the day, but I don't think they're in our current plans. But you never know, maybe in the future. Any info on the original soundtrack? Yes, we will be releasing an original soundtrack when it's finished. We've still got more music to add to the game yet. So we've got once Formicarium Tiers 4 and 5 are released and we're out of early access, then yeah, absolutely. We'll release an OST. Are Weaver ants coming? I don't think Weaver ants are coming. No, their kind of nest setup is a little bit complicated. It doesn't really fit into our systems. It's a bit like the reason we're not going to do army ants as a separate, as a fully fledged species, because they don't really fit into the nest system that we've built for the game. Yeah, we're not really going to do arboreal species, things that live in trees. I don't think we're heading the Argentine ant. I don't think so. But yeah, we will talk about the final species after fire ants are out. And yeah, we'll. But I'm sure some of you know this already. The guys are working on both the fire ant update tier 4 and tier 5, the final update, kind of simultaneously. Which means that it'll be a bit longer until we get the fire ant update. But if things go correctly, fingers crossed, it won't be too much longer of a wait between fire ants and the final update. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Will there be another game like this, but different bugs? Who knows? We'd certainly like other developers to make more insect-based games. We need more insect games. More insect games. Get working on it, guys. That's down to you. Are we going to ever see natural army ant swarms in free play? Perhaps. John's got loads of plans for free play. He keeps changing it. In fact, the next kind of the next largish update, which shouldn't be in the too distant future, is going to have another overhaul of free play. Certainly the menu system. He's been working to really focus on the menu to get it to a point where someone who's new to the system can jump in pretty easily, you know, without having to worry about too many complicated systems. Because there is some very high customizability with free play, but it can be a bit daunting, you know, if you're not used to it. Right. Yeah, army ant. I don't think it'd be a bivouac. I think the way we do it is it'd be like a sweep across the map kind of thing. Like they'd start at one spawn point, and leave at another spawn point, kind of like in the level I'm about to play, and they'd sweep across the free play map in a wave. So it'd be like an event or something like that. But yeah, John's got ideas for it, for events and things like that, and he's going to be constantly adding to free play, even post release. I'm pretty sure he's going to be adding lots of different things. Slave maker ants are already in the game. They're just kind of melee units, but they are in the game already in the counterpart colony. Do the team plan on another game about insects like bees? I'm fairly certain that the next Slug Disco project will be a nature-based game, I should say. And the guys have got loads of ideas written down, and one day they'll have to choose one. But not for a while yet. We've got plenty to work on with Empires of the Undergrowth first. You know, the brine shrimp in the Queen of the Hill mission, says Desmond. Well, he's not going to find this out, is he, until he watches later. Because he can't watch live streams at the moment. Yeah, the reason I'm streaming at this time, by the way, guys, is, it's late-ish in the UK. It's just gone 9 o'clock. But I thought I'd stream a little bit later from my point of view, so that maybe some people, at least on the East Coast of America, could join in, shortly after school or work. What about 4 Macarians for every species in Empires of the Undergrowth? A Baal game back in 2014. Will you make a poster when the game is released? There is already a poster. You can see it up there, actually. But in order to get it, you had to have been one of our Kickstarter backers. But yeah, I think merch is probably on the horizon eventually. Can you make a mode where you can control the slave maker ants? It might work as an extra level at some point. There's plenty of time for that. Is there the possibility of the addition of a map maker? Sure. I mean, it's something we're going to have to decide after the game is released. Is where we want to go. Making a user grade map maker is one possibility, or another possibility is multiplayer, or just more content. We'll have to make an informed decision, and I'm sure we'll be doing lots of research to kind of guide us in that direction when the time comes, but it's a while off yet. Again, like I said, we're concentrating on actually getting out of early access and getting the game properly released. Did you guys add an Uber jumping spider? We did. Can slave makers steal larvae in free play? Not yet. No, that'd have to be a whole new system. We'd have to write for that. We'd have to. I mean, part of the reason it's not done is because I don't know how worth it'd be really. But by the time you've actually gone over to an enemy and survived them and stolen some of their larvae and brought them back, you could have just got some food and hatched your own ants. But we could do something maybe as an extra level, with that mechanic in. Are we going to see termites? You are going to see termites, yes. Specifically the Formosan subterranean termite, which was one of our Kickstarter stretch goals. Funny of game, I understand we're asking a lot. I'm hoping you're able to process everything and deciding yourselves where to go. Part of my job as the community manager is to kind of collate feedback together and give it to the guys. We condense it all down and we discuss it amongst ourselves. We can't always reply to everything, but everything does get read. Yeah, at one point I could reply to everything, but it's a little bit too popular now for me to have my eye on everything all the time and reply to it. But it all gets read over. Would you guys add new game modes? Yeah, we kind of do on a semi-regular basis. There's Tug of War coming out in the next major update. Well, in the next like large update, I should say. What's next after EATU? No idea. One of the many ideas the guys have had, no doubt, they'll expand upon and for their next project. But that's a long time off yet. We've got plenty to go with Empires yet. You guys should consider adding Sahara Silver Desert Ants. That was one of the species that was going to be in the mobile version of the game. In fact, Matt, our one of the devs and the artist for the game, did make some models for the Saharan Desert Ant. But when we went through the process of kind of cutting down the amount of species in the game and giving each species a bit more love, a bit more care, that was one of many, many ants that had to be cut. Because fewer species, but each species is much more fully fleshed out. Is there an Empires of the Undergrowth subreddit? I think there is, yeah. I think I remember making one a few years back. But I don't really use Reddit anymore these days. But I think r/EO2U is there, yeah. Is the fire ant ready? No, not for a while yet. Jokermon. Baron Von Games introduced me to it, says Desmond. Yes, we know Baron. We chat to him sometimes. Yeah, we talk. Yeah, he likes Empires of the Undergrowth, and we like Baron Von Games. Will there be more creatures? Yes. Can you guys add more slots? Because there is only 5 slots to control. Elizabeth, I think 5 slots is about right. Most players actually only use 2 or 3. Very few players actually use all 5. But if you are using all 5, fair play to you. I don't think you need any more than that. Will one day the fans make mods? Perhaps. Mod support is something we'd have to discuss, and for full mod support, we'd need to release the source code to some extent. It's a case of how much can we support mods, with us just being a team of 3 developers and then me. Again, it's something to discuss post-release. I think when the game does finally reach Formicarian Tier 5 and we release it, we'll have a little bit of time off, and then we'll have a big meeting and discuss where we want to go next, after we've got lots of feedback from the community, obviously. Right, okay guys, I've been chin-wagging for about 15 minutes. How about we actually play the game? Okay, right, just give me a second here. Okay. You guys are going to have to, when the game is actually in progress and like the narrator is talking and things, you're going to have to give me a bit of feedback on audio levels, because I can't hear them particularly well. So, yeah, okay. Let's load up our Formicarian. Okay. So we've got... Yeah, let's just do a little bit of housekeeping on the surface first and build some stuff. Didn't actually get around to building much in our second formicarium yet. Loads of royal jelly though. Sounds too low. Okay, right. I shall adjust things. Can you hear the music now? Do they have a Discord? We don't have an official Discord, but there are a couple of unofficial ones. I think we will make an official Discord at some point in the future, but right now, as things stand with our kind of small team, it's a bit. It's another thing we have to look after as well, which we can do. Just we'll have to appoint some community mods and things like that. But yeah, I think maybe a bit closer towards full release, we'll think about a Discord and an official one. But there are a couple about. A lot better, great. Let me know how it is when the narrator starts talking, and I'll try not to talk over the narrator too much as well. So yeah, we're full on food. Do you know what? I think I'll do some nest building in my own time. We just want to play a level, don't we? Okay, right. So let's go to frontline. I'm playing on medium. I'm a medium difficulty player. We will play with stun mages. Did Liam compose the OST? He did, Grampy, yes. So, all of the music in this game, with the exception of the Christmas level music, is a Liam original. But I don't know, maybe Liam will get round to doing some music properly for the Christmas level this time around, come December. It'll be the first time, actually, that the Christmas level is properly out in the game. We didn't quite get it out of beta in 2019, unfortunately. Okay, let's go to frontline.
This small leafcutter colony has established a foothold in a clearing near the base of a tree. Their location provides prime access to lucrative harvesting grounds which have gone unchallenged for the past few weeks. However, unbeknownst to the ants, the peace is about to be broken. A scourge is drawing in. It will be here by morning.
Yeah. I'm just going to concentrate on the game for a bit, guys, and then I'll pause. I'll pause every so often and interact with chat for a bit because, I do suffer from streamer curse. I'm usually okay at this game, but if I don't concentrate and I start interacting with chat a bit too much, then I tend to lose focus and fail. That's what happened when I did my Twitch stream a couple of weeks ago, and I failed the harvest, despite being very familiar with the game. Okay, yeah, just expand the leaf store a bit. Got our refuse chamber up, which is good. I'll upgrade it later once the economy's properly up and running. Yeah, I like the kind of partially built nest that you get in this one. It's nice, and it reminds me of lots of Red Alert levels and such like, where you get that kind of thing. Yeah, you can definitely see some of the influence from classic RTSs like that. Okay, let's think about... I am playing, by the way, I'm playing the beta, which is an optional beta at the moment. If you're on Steam Windows, you can join in. But there is some balance changed in this beta. One of which is both Mediae and Mages have had some significant balancing, and Mediae are way better. They're well worth having now. It was kind of questionable whether they were necessary or even good before, but yeah, now Mediae are definitely good. Thank God for that, I was correct. The miners are over here. Hi Brandon, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Red Alert was my childhood as well. It was the first real-time strategy I ever played, Rempi or Rempai. Yeah, so many memories there. And I've loved playing through the Command and Conquer remastered. It's been absolutely awesome. Okay, let's get these refuse chambers upgraded where we can. Okay, yeah. Once after the narrator talks again, I'll pause and come back to chat and interact with you guys a bit. I will get better over time. It's only like the fourth or fifth time I've streamed ever by myself. As I get better at it, I will be able to, yeah, to do both simultaneously. But for now, oh, you see these creatures? These are leaf hoppers. If I do this.
Several meters south.
Now here he goes.
Several meters south of the nest, a legion of nomadic Essiton Berkeley army ants are preparing to march. They set up camp late last night and will now conduct daily swarming raids on the surrounding areas until they see fit to move on. This humble leafcutter stronghold will soon lie directly in their path.
Right, okay. I shall pause and interact with you guys for a short while. Okay. Aidan. Hey, Mr. Mike, you remember me? Hello, Aidan. What's the Christmas level? If you remind me towards the end of the stream, I'll do a little trick and bring up the Christmas level so you can see it. You can get a little preview of it. It is in the game already. It was there in beta last year. It's currently unwinnable, but that's because you're not supposed to be able to play it at the moment. But I'll show you. And John will be doing some balance to it before December, obviously. What is the most OP Leafcutter Major? The Leafcutter Major, I guess? Did you guys remove the spider level? No, it appears at full moons and around Halloween. So it comes and goes. I don't know stats, but perhaps Mediae are more cost-effective for damage dealing. Yes, they are now. Yeah, they're reasonable fighters now. They weren't that good before, but it makes them a very good all-rounder. And they are still the most efficient leaf carriers. That's kind of their main role, but they're now good at other stuff as well. Okay. Never played Red Alert. I've heard a lot referencing over these streams and wonder if it was worth it. Sean, they've just released the Command & Conquer remaster, and it's a bunch of games all in one. Absolutely hours of entertainment, and I would highly recommend it. Love the game, guys. Can't wait for the possible multiplayer add-on after 1.0. We'll see. Thanks, Brandon. I really like the hats in the arachnophobe mode. Should we put arachnophobe mode on? Why not? Nope, don't want to restart yet. Hi, Oron. How many childhoods do you think this game will affect? You know what? It kind of blows my mind when I think about that. We occasionally get videos sent to us. Like there was an American couple who sent us a vid of their 5-year-old lad teaching his sisters how to play Empires of the Undergrowth, and he knows just about as much of about the game as I do, and that kind of blows my mind. That it's really humbling. And I mean, when I look back to us playing as kids, me and John, one of the devs, John. If you guys didn't know, he's my brother. He's my younger brother, and a lot of our strong childhood memories are games that we played together. And it kind of blows my mind that we're kind of carrying that on now. It's very humbling. Will more colonies be added after release? Perhaps, Patrick. We've got lots of options after release, and we've not decided yet. Will we get a tower defense extra level like the Christmas level? Well, yeah, the Christmas level is a tower defense essentially. We could probably do something a bit more tower defensey. I know John likes tower defense as a genre, so yeah, I imagine at some point he could be persuaded to to do a more full-on tower defense mode. What do fire ants do? They sting and they make bridges. Bridges over troubled waters. That's kind of their gimmick. Red Alert did have an awesome soundtrack, correct? In fact, yeah, it's on my my playlist if I'm working, stuff to listen to as I work. What kind of processor does your PC have? Mine is it's an Intel i5. I don't know what exact. I made it about 4.5 years ago. I'm due an upgrade next year. My graphics card is a GTX 1070. When I see Giant Whip Spider, I have the Hell March song. Yeah, yeah, we'll be dealing with the Giant Whip Spider before too much longer. Right, I should carry on the game before I just get carried away. Right, yeah, I'm going to make a bunch more media because they're great now. Yeah, I want plenty of media.
The army ants have arrived. They will sweep eastward, swarming everything they find. Larvae-filled ant colonies are particularly ripe for culling. Only a substantial defensive force with the right tools to repel the aggressors will be left alone. The leafcutters must prove to the invaders that they are more trouble than they are worth.
You're an NVIDIA guy. Yes, I am. My last 3 machines have been NVIDIA cards. Yeah, I did have a Radeon before, but
the army ants can be pushed back beyond leafcutter territory. They will likely give this area a wide berth until it's time for them to relocate their nest.
Right. I think we'll soon go... Well, when they start advancing, I'll go and nibble at their lines a bit to try and dissuade them. Okay. Let's start thinking about mages now. Right, we need more stuff to eat. Let's send our ladies down here.
Occasionally, scouts will head out from the swarm frontier in search of live prey for the horde. If they find anything of significance, they will call for reinforcements. A battalion of soldiers can respond in seconds.
Get our mages involved. Here they come. Okay, let's come back to chat again for a second while this awesome music is playing. Okay, what will the fire ants do? Well, they'll eat stuff, they'll expand, they'll climb across water, and swarm over things, and they'll sting stuff. So the fire ants don't get killed by water. If they're making a bridge, they don't. But if the water level rises too high, then they'll get lost. And they will drown under normal circumstances as well, which represents them being swept away. In the absence of the rest of their colony, and also if they get trapped, as in if they get stranded away from the main colony, like there's no clear path back to them, then they do tend to panic. They panic and die quite quickly, which is representative of the ants needing to be part of their colony to survive. So you'll have to think about that as you use fire ant bridges to go from island to island. Have you already decided the 5th form mechanic ant? We have, yes, Daniel. We have. Welcome, Daniel, by the way. What's your favourite species? My favourite species is the trapjaw ant, because it has the fastest moving predatory appendage in the animal kingdom. This is your favourite music, is it? This is this is the one where Liam uses loads of chorals in the music for this level. It's pretty neat. Lots of synthesised chorals.
The ants must defend themselves.
Where are we fighting? Are we fighting a little praying mantis? Should be able to get another major soon. Come on, there we go. Right, the army ants are about to advance, so I'm going to move my girls down to their lines. There you go, there's a... That was a jumping spider with a jester hat on.
The army ants are extending their foraging activities. Space is running out.
Alright, I'm going to disable gathering. Here's the choral music. Yeah, I'm just trying to push them back a bit now. Problem is with army ant mages, if you attack them for too long, then they get frenzied and they become much more dangerous then, and they kind of flash red. They buff all the other ants around them then, and they get really difficult to deal with. Oops. That explains why I wasn't getting any of my mages down there. Yeah, okay, we've knocked them back a bit now, which is good.
The leaf cutters are causing problems for
Right, back to gathering.
and the swarm frontier is beginning to recede.
Why are you sending workers to fight? Because they can fight. Yeah, they're perfectly capable of fighting. They help out a bit.
Spotted by a scout. If it escapes, it will call for reinforcements.
Where's the scout? Might be a bit too late. That's fine. Right, couple more mediae, I think. Couple more leaf gatherers. What am I drinking? Water. Delicious, refreshing water. I would be drinking booze, but I'm on a dry streak at the moment. Okay, so it's coming into night time now, where we're going to get a lot more ambient creatures just knocking around. So at this point, I think we'll see how we do. Ooh, who's fighting? Oh, it's just yeah, the mages will deal with this this small boy. No problem. Right, let's start harvesting a bit closer to the nest, and then throughout the night we'll just we'll deal with the big stuff as it spawns. When's the next live stream? I don't know. It's likely to be John if he can, but he is going away at some point. But yeah, I don't know. Just follow us on Twitch for the development live streams. Twitch.tv/slugdisco, and obviously if I'm doing the YouTube live streams, I'll announce them at least a few hours ahead of time. Okay, let's spend some more money. A couple more mages. Always wondered, do you level up and get stronger after each kill, like other artists? Do your ants level up and get stronger after each kill? No, they don't. If you want to level up your ants, you have to upgrade them. I don't think that... There might be some RTS games that do that, but I don't think many do. The Harvestmen wear dunce hats. Because they're more kind of nuisances than actual threats. So we thought a dunce hat would be appropriate.
Activity begins to settle. The Aceton forces are reconvening to join a giant bivouac formed of their own bodies, where they will wait out the night. For the Atters, this is the perfect opportunity to stockpile leaves.
Not sponsored by H2O. No, not sponsored by Big Water. But seriously, drink water. It's great. I have the Steam version, but is there any other way to install EOTU, says Desmond. If you bought it on itch.io, I believe that version is just a download, and the same with GOG. If you buy it on GOG, though, you don't get a Steam key, but if you bought it on itch.io, I think you do. You might do. Right, let's get another couple of miners while we're at it. Okay, in just a minute, guys, I'll come back to chat properly. Might be time to deal with these couple of, I think it's whip spider infants that are here, or it might be no, it's fine.
These rove beetle
larvae,
pose a
yeah.
serious threat to the minim workers. They will need to be exterminated quickly.
No problem. Let's upgrade our refuse chamber, make it a bit bigger.
There are intruders in the nest.
We'll get a couple of the workers, the miners will probably die because they get poisoned when they go into the chambers. But that's just a price we have to pay to have a nice little boop chainer in the chamber.
The ants must fight.
What's attacking me this time? Well, it's dead, whatever it was. Right, okay, I'll pause and come back to chat. Random idea. EOTU MMO that is open world and players. Yeah, I think that's for another developer to do. I don't think our team size is really down for making massively multiplayer games. But it's a neat idea. It's the kind of thing that you'd love, like a really big publisher or a really big developer to kind of run with. Yeah, like an Undergrowth world where everyone has their own. Yeah, along the lines of EVE Online or something, just like a huge persistent world. That'd be really cool. But it's probably a bit beyond a team of 3. But I do love the idea. Yeah, so we stuck to our beloved real-time strategies and Dungeon Keeper likes. Yeah. Can't make Slug Disco account. Don't get confirmation email. Gabriel, if you can go to Twitter, if you send the Slug Disco account a Twitter message, just letting us know, or just send an email to me, mike@slugdisco.com, and let me know the email address you signed up for the Slug Disco forums with. I can manually approve your account that way. But yeah, there are some people are having problems getting emails from our forum. So yeah, if you just send me an email, mike@slugdisco.com, or send us a message on the Slug Disco Twitter, and I'll manually approve your account. Cherry cola for Mezza, sure. Cost for proper waste disposal? I fear it is. Good night, Spellus. Sleep well. Do army ants enrage in free play when using them in the counterpart colony? They do. That's why they're expensive. They're 170. They're the most expensive unit in the game. Actually, the Whip Spider have an Ottoman hat. The big Whip Spider, you mean? The big Whip Spider, yeah, has a fez on, I believe. Let's have a look. There you go. Yeah, the story with the hats is someone talked about you know, what's the game going to be like for arachnophobes, and we said, well, we're not sure. Maybe we could include an arachnophobia mode, and someone said, put funny hats on them, which we thought was hilarious, so we did that, and we'll continue to do that. All the arachnids in the game will get funny hats, but we're fully aware that it's just a bit of a joke, and it's not really sufficient for most people. Most people who are actually arachnophobic probably, yeah, it's probably not great for them, but it works for some people. The Saharan spy, yes. Funnily enough, Festivant, yeah. Spy is my favourite Team Fortress 2 class. I did play competitively at one point, and I love the Saharan spy set. I had an unusual familiar fez at one point. Yeah, we've got loads of money now. Let's finish off our... Yeah, let's get a few more miners at the same time. How are we doing food-wise? It's still food to collect from up here, so we're still okay. The army ants will be back soon. Thanks for the kind words, Mezza. Isn't the spy your profile picture? Yeah, it's my profile picture on Steam. My current spy setup, to be honest, I haven't played Team Fortress 2 properly in a while. I occasionally jump in just for 15 minutes when I'm bored, but yeah, my current Team Fortress 2 set is an all pink set, and I've got a floating hearts unusual. Right, let's spend a bit of money on our leaf chambers. Did they need upgrading? Nah. Get a few more miners. Miners are still good to have. Let's open this up as well. We will get attacked up here, but that's fine. Tiny little fez.
The ants have uncovered a Heterophrenius Battersea whip spider hiding beneath the leaf litter. This unnerving arachnid feels its way through the undergrowth with modified antenna-like forelegs. When it finds a target, it snatches forward with enormous pedipalps, impaling its victim on deadly spines. The jungle stirs. The sound of panicked arthropods running from danger can be heard throughout the leaf litter, and the antbirds are circling overhead. The swarm has returned.
I'll think about upgrading now. Our army is pretty good size. Mike here with the shiny hats and here with the green soldier beard. It's it's nothing to be proud of. I spent way too much money on keys. They got me. Don't gamble, kids. Yeah, we're going to have to go and get these army ants now. Once we've got this first load of food, we're going to go and attack them. Look at that, though. Look at the leaf cutters here. Just look how awesome the leaf cutters are. They look so cool. Look at that. I love the screenshots that you guys submit. Stuff like this. How awesome do they look? It's iconic. It's why we redid our trailer using the leaf cutters, because look at them. They're so cool. Look at them. Right, just give me a sec, guys. Just need to sort something out. Okay, cool. Okay, it's fine.
The ants will fight to the death.
Where are we fighting? Yeah, the mobs really start to pick up this time. The ambient creatures do, but it's all right. We've got a pretty big army. Scouts, got to get the scouts.
An army and scouting party has spotted the leaf cutters.
Yeah, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
To the swarm.
Right, we've got to go after the army ants now. How hard is keeping leaf cutters?
To prevent the army and scouts from returning to the swarm.
I imagine quite hard. Need a lot of territory and a lot of leaves. They need to climb as well. Yeah, in one of the balance changes that happened a couple of months back, I think, the army ant certainly spawn more mages now. Yeah, just like the jumping spider with no regard for its own health there. I'm going to keep attacking these returning army ants because it does reduce the level of them, even if this swarm level's already been pushed back. So, fun fact: the music here was inspired. Had an unlikely inspiration source, according to Liam. It was inspired by the opening credits music from the film Mars Attacks, which was a 90s kind of comedy, sci-fi spoof kind of thing. Or satire, really.
The leaf cutters have been spotted by a troop of army and scouts.
Where are the scouts?
If they escape, they will call for reinforcements.
Here's a scout. They escaped, and this is the reinforcements being called here. We should be getting a, I think, vegetation dissolve. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it is working, just not for these. Yeah, that's right. The spawn point is under here, so this leaf deliberately covers the spawn point for the army ants. Yeah, of course it does. Right. Let's move on a bit. Should we move up here? I think nighttime this time is when we get the kind of medium-sized whip spiders, not the big boy in the middle. But yeah, they're pretty big ones. The one there's an Uber of in free play. This level is giving me flashbacks. It took forever to beat. Yeah, it can be a tricky one, but if you understand the mechanics, it's not too bad. You've got to keep harassing the army ant lines, and if you can keep pushing them back, then they're quite dealable. This system that was developed to... sorry, I love doing this. The system that was developed to allow ants to climb plants it's been expanded on and repurposed for a couple of reasons in upcoming updates. It's going to be used. The fire ant bridges work using a form of this system, and also Along with the fire ant update, ants will be able to swarm over larger creatures. I think we said any creature as large or bigger than a large tiger beetle. Some ants will be able to climb on top of it to give it a bit more naturalistic look. Okay, we've got plenty of money to spend now. I think at this point I might get a second contingent of media to act as kind of a Queen's Guard in case some creepy crawlies come into the nest. So we're going to get attacked here, but that's fine. I'm not sure what's here. It might be a rove beetle. I'll pause and come back to chat in just a sec. Oh no, it's not. It's a whip spider.
The ants have uncovered a whip spider hiding beneath the leaf litter. It will need to be dealt with before excavations can continue.
Won't be a problem. Yeah, with leaf cutters, we said this last time. You want to avoid conflict where you can, because the leaf cutters don't get any benefit from killing creatures apart from territory underground. So if you can avoid conflict, then do so. But you can't always avoid conflict. Okay, so those are going to just live here, and they're going to be my Queen's Guard. Okay, let's do a bit of upgrading. Let's upgrade a few of the media as well. To have some bigger girls. Okay, I'll come back to chat
the army ferries the last
when he shut up.
Spoils back to the bivouac for the evening feast. They will return at first light.
Okay, back to chat for a sec. Akak, yep, you know your Mars attacks, clearly. Thanks for dropping by some random. Sounds hard to keep army ants because of the bivouac. Yeah, they're nomadic and they move around. I don't think army ants are really suitable for keeping in home setups. I'm sure someone's done it though. But yeah, they're not suitable for our game. They're not really suitable for keeping in a house. If only we got that kind of camera angle. You can do that kind of camera angle, but yeah, it's an RTS. It's a top-down RTS, so the game has to be looked at from above. Is a French version coming? Yes, we are going to do a French version. We've had some issues with getting the translation, with like staffing issues, getting the translator properly, but it is on the way. Yes. Mike, can you talk to the guys? And the thing is, I have a very large free play leaf cutter colony, and almost nothing can take me on. But there's just not enough plant spawning. What do I do? It's going to be constantly tweaked. I think we should spawn more plants if leaf cutters. If there's more leaf cutters in a free play game. I mean, I'll talk to John about it, but it might be as simple as just making plants more food rich for leaf cutters. Free play map set inside the lab. We could do something like that. Yeah, there's no reason why we couldn't do a free play lab set in the lab. Right, okay, back to the game. Let's upgrade our refuse chamber. You're wearing your dunce hat. So he's dropped his leg and ran off. Coward. See all the miners there, and the minims taking the leaf trimmings down to the chambers to become fungus. Okay, good. Come over here next. Doesn't seem to be too much stuff spawning there yet. Oh, that's my Queen's Guard, isn't it? Yeah. Put them back there. And swap a roo. What if the mad scientist isn't human and some kind of alien species has taken over Earth? Well, I'm loving the out there theories. Is there an Empires of the Undergrowth Discord where I could post some pics? There's a couple of unofficial Discords. I'm sure you can find them. But there's not an official one yet. The music is like if John Williams only had 2 ton British instruments. I'll tell Liam that. Yeah, and an owl. If he had brass instruments and an owl. Be nice if termites became playable. Well, termites are going to be in the game, but we've not said in what capacity yet. But the Formosan subterranean termite will be in the game. You will see it at some point. But yeah, we haven't released any further details on that yet. We will close to the time. As things get created and art is made and such like, we will release more details. But no, I don't need that. In the meantime, yeah, I'm hoping... I did the newsletter not that long ago. I'm hoping the next newsletter I do will have some more artwork in it. But yeah, Matt has been working with Liam on lots of systems recently. Yeah, that's kind of et into the time that he'd be using to make artwork. But he'll be back on that pretty soon. I mean, he has done some really cool creatures. He's finished them, but we're not ready to show them yet. We'll be kind of showing some of the really... Yeah, we want to keep a few, few aces up our sleeve, and we'll release some of the really cool stuff, not far off release to build up a bit of hype. Because you've got to do that. See you, Wolf. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, termites are not closely related to ants. Yeah, they are more closely related to cockroaches. That is correct. They're just eusocial in the same way. Well, in a similar way to ants are. Ants only mate once during their nuptial flight, most of them. Whereas termites have a queen, a very large queen, and king that mates with her throughout her life. There's a king and queen for termite colonies.
The ants must defend themselves.
What's attacking us? There. Dunces. Had ants from every continent apart from Australia. What's that old meme about everything on Australia wants to kill you? Do more upgrades on our mages. I'd like to get at least 2 or 3 level 3 mages, because they're awesome. Okay, we've got most of the leaves from P now.
Grounds is about to be cut short. The swarm has mobilized.
Yeah, all the nighttime stuff is going home now. Right. What do we want to do, guys? Do we want to win the level now, or do we want to kind of drag it on for another day so we can fight the big whip spider out in the open? Up to you, because I'm pretty sure we can just win the level now. Will level 3 be the max level for ants? Yes.
The army ants are extending their foraging activities. Space is running out.
Yeah, let's just win the level, yeah. I guess if we really want to see the huge whip spider, we can jump into the battle arena.
The army ants are finding the atta colony difficult to deal with. Less troublesome prey can be found elsewhere.
Well, the scouts here. I'm going to deal with these scouts first before I go and attack the... Yeah, okay. Right.
An scouting party has spotted the leaf cutters. They must not be
Yeah,
allowed to report.
they're dead. It's fine. It's fine, narrator. You can be quiet now. Yeah, after this, yeah, just remind me, people. Yeah, I will show you the.
An enemy scouting troop has been overwhelmed by the atta soldiers.
Yeah, I will show you the Christmas level briefly, so you can just kind of get an idea of it. Yeah, for people who haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it'll obviously probably at the start of December. It'll be around for the whole month of December. I'm sure John will do a stream where he balances it as well, because yeah, it does need some work on it. Yeah, this wasn't too much trouble, was it? It was pretty good. I am only playing on medium, but you know, I'm a medium level player. That's fine.
Against impossible odds, the soldiers of the Atta stronghold met the tyrannical intruders with ferocious defiance time and time again. Unable to break their lines and after tremendous losses, the army ant swarm has finally elected to move on. For the leafcutters, the ultimate trial is over.
Let's go and kill that. Let's go and take out the big guy, shall we? We've already won the level.
An army ant scouting party has spotted the leafcutters. They must not be allowed to report back to the swarm. A fully grown whip spider has detected the presence of the leafcutters. With supreme prowess, this gargantuan night hunter can knock back, swipe, and lance even the toughest major soldiers. A considerable sustained flow of resistance must be called upon for the colony to stand any chance of dissuading this legend of the Undergrowth.
Just pause for a second. Ladies and gents, while I get a decent angle on you, so we can watch Mr. Fez attack our leaf cutters. That's a pretty neat angle. We can do it. Go on. There we go.
The colony sacrificed many brave
Got him.
soldiers to pacify this beast. The Queen will now work quickly to spawn their replacements.
Go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, bull ants are not confirmed. Bullet ants will be in the game eventually, yes. Bull ants have not been confirmed.
The Queen is exhibiting interesting new behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
Right, neat. Okay. Yeah, we've we beat 3-2 front line. We even killed the big whip spider as a bonus there. Off stream, I'll collect this food. Or you know what? I'll make a bunch of food storage and I'll collect it now while we do a kind of FAQ or a Q&A rather. Should be rather than FAQ. Just to finish off the stream, I'll answer a few questions for 10 minutes or so. And I will also show you guys the yeah, I might have to close the game and reopen it, but I will show you guys the Christmas level. Thanks for joining us, Festidance. See you next time. Bullet ants are going to be added to the Erepta colony, yes. Not as with their own set of levels, but as a bonus at the end of the game. You'll be able to unlock them with Royal Jelly and then take them into free play in your Erepta colony. Okay. Right, let's actually build some things to come and collect stuff for us. Okay, yes, guys, ask questions now. I can answer them. I will briefly show you the Christmas level in just a sec, but... Will Reaver ants be in the game? Probably not. Will you be adding free play exclusive ants? Maybe, but probably not. Probably any ants we add to... Well, it depends how you define exclusive, but I think pretty much any ant we add to the game that is playable in free play will first be able to be added to a Formicarium colony. But maybe not, you know, you never know. What's the general idea for bullet ants? Not decided yet, but I imagine high damage, high health, probably relatively slow moving, and that will probably give them some unique ability as well. But again, that's not being discussed yet. Velvet ants versus bullet ants could be very interesting. Do you mean red velvet ants? Maybe there are just velvet ants, but we've got the red velvet ant, which isn't actually an ant but a kind of wingless wasp. Confirmed for the fire ant update. It'll be a creature, the cow killer as it's known, because it's got a very painful sting. Similar to army ant mages, I'm sure we'll give them some unique thing. Like they've got a super powerful sting of bullet ants, haven't they? So maybe we could do something like they have an execute. Every so often they get to kill an enemy that isn't too big, you know, no matter how much health it's got. Something like that. I don't know. Just spitball in there. The guys will come up with something, I'm sure. I don't know if driver ants will be in the game. I mean, driver ants are a kind of army ant, really, aren't they? We have army ants in the game. We have a kind of army ant.